Phil Bozell continues to try to get by on the inside, gets that good bite up off the corner. Going to be side by side down the front straight. We'll see if Phil can pull it off. He does. Clear the 52 of Tim Schindler.
So Phil Bozell takes over the second spot. That's how these two were running a year ago, except Phil Bozell was leading and Tim Schindler was running second, as our third caution of the day has come out once again.
Well, Tim Schindler will have the opportunity to come down pit road if he decides. We're hearing that the one of Dominic Cosola was turned around on the back stretch. There he is right there. Gets it refired. See a little bit of damage to the right front corner of that car.
Now, Phil, if we break this into quarters, this race, this would be an opportune time for these teams to come onto pit road, change tires, and get back out and be ready to do another 2 stops and make it a very evenly distributed race.
Yeah, I think we'll see the cars come down pit road that did not stop back on lap number 34. I think this is going to be their opportunity as we see Dominic Cosola come down pit road with a little bit of damage to the right side. Looks like possibly a flat right front tire. So I think James Buescher, Phil Bozell, Tim Schindler, Frank Kimmel, all these guys running up front, I think this is a perfect opportunity for them to come down pit road. And on the other hand, I think people like Michael McDowell and Ken Butler III, it's their opportunity, I think, to stay out, gain some track position, because they need to put a few more laps on these tires before they take them off.
There's a sight we would not have ever expected. With an over an 8-second lead, Ken Butler III spins and backs it into the wall. So your leader now out of the race, and James Buescher takes over the lead.
Yeah, he was able to get by the 38 at the time during our commercial break. That was for second position. Here's Ken Butler going down into turn number 1.
Nobody around him. He locks the brakes up.
No, there's an engine problem right there, Rick, is what that was. Meanwhile, our leader is on pit road right now. James Buescher, the 32, is on pit road. Ralph?
Speed onboard pass puts you behind the wheel of the American Le Mans Series. Don't just watch the race. Get in the driver's seat. Take a thrill ride with Speed onboard pass. Live today, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 Pacific. Log on speedtv.com now and get your free onboard pass by Acura. Our 5th caution of the day has taken place, and the reason is right there. Justin Allgaier and the 32 of James Buescher having problems in the corner. Take a look.
Yeah, Justin Allgaier moved down to pass the 59 of Justin South. Came down and they actually clipped the right front corner of James Buescher's car. Turned Justin around, made some pretty hard contact into the outside safer barrier.
Jones been able to hug that yellow line pretty much this whole race. Now James Buescher's looking at that strategy as well as he tries to stay right on the bottom of the racetrack.
These cars appear to be very evenly matched. They've got just about a half a second on the 4th place car, Billy Leslie. Frank Kimmel running 5th right now.
Ralph Shaheen.
One of the things Sean Parker is concerned about with McJolton is putting scuffed tires on the car. That's what he wants. Sticker tires, he thinks, might make the car a little too tight. In fact,
we got a problem, Ralph. Sorry about that. The 32 of James Buescher. There was smoke rolling out of the back of that car right as he was getting ready to enter the turn. Could we see another maybe transmission problem?
I really think, just as I thought before, I think that was an engine problem. It looked like James Buescher lost that engine getting down to the corner. We just caught a glimpse of it. We saw the smoke, and he was trying to get that car slowed down a little bit. These real flat corners, as you enter these corners here at Milwaukee, there's really no bank to catch you. So if something happens like it did to James Buescher and the 22 of Ken Butler earlier, there's really nothing to stop these cars from making contact with the outside wall.
Such a flat racetrack. Again, the safety crew will get out to the 32, James Buescher, and this will be his worst finish of his career in the ARCA REMAX Series. I mean, he's never finished out of the top 7 in the 4 races he ran this year. So a part failure is going to relegate him toward the back.
Yeah, good to see him. I see a lot of the fluid there from that 32 car. But good to see him out of that car. Bright future for James Buescher.
Definitely. A young kid, just 17 years old.
And he looks 17. He looks 17 years old.
Let's take another look.
You see the fluid coming out of the car right there. he does his best to try to get that car slowed down before he got to the corner.
White smoke's rolling out of the headers there, so I would think that there had to have been some sort of an engine failure there.
Yeah, tough break for that Country Joe team.
Well, Rick, this is all about veteran experience going on here with Frank Hill. As you remember earlier on in the race, we talked about the fact that this has been a season where he hasn't had the funding that he's had in years past. So he's had to rely a lot on veteran experience to get this team to the front of the point standings where they are now. Well, so far today, the radio has been absolutely quiet for about the last 50 laps. They have left it all up to Frank, and he is showing why he is the 7-time champion here today.
9th caution of the day as Brian Keselowski has gotten into the wall with the number 5. Keselowski was down quite a few laps because of a transmission problem at the start of this race.
See the damage to the right rear corner of the car. Brian's taking the steering wheel off, taking the window net down. That's a good sign. That's the sign that he does not need any medical attention.
I'm sure disappointed, though. I mean, starting the day,
you can see a lot more damage from the right front there, Rick.
Yeah, they really felt like they had one of the strongest cars here and would contend for a win at the Milwaukee Mile, but on the start of the race couldn't get it out of second gear.
Yeah, tough break for this Gerhardt team right here.
Brian Keselowski stepping in for Bobby Gerhardt, who was injured in an accident in Pocono earlier this year. Bob Keselowski, Brian's dad, helping out on that team.